What's up, friends? Hope you're doing well. Today we'll have another look into the Bitcoin Cash price chart as we had quite a nice bounce today. The general market today is green. Bitcoin Cash is amongst the top gainers today, at least in my list. And we want to know what are the levels to take a look at, and also is this the continuation of the bullish move, or is this just the next bounce to the upside before we revert back to the downside. So I would say let's get straight into this. Since April we made a very nice move to the upside, then at some point we have broken the trend line, and then we got into some consolidation, and here with this massive drop to the downside we also dropped below the consolidation area. And what we can see right here is that we clearly have a downward move in the smaller term picture. You can see this right here, and it's also very interesting to see that here we dropped below this consolidation level, and then we made a bounce retesting the resistance level right here. Then we dropped lower, and then currently, so today we have pretty exactly retested. Let me make this a little bit bigger. We have pretty exactly retested this consolidation area right here, and therefore the potential is still there that from here on we are reverting back to the downside, making a new low. But I would say let's take a look at if that is the most likely scenario, because here we not only can take a look into Bitcoin Cash, but we also have to take a look into Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is leading the market. And here of course also we have a nice bounce similar to in the altcoins. And you know that the 112k level is the level that I'm always talking about, where I say if we are above this level, then in general the market is bullish. If we are below this level, the market is bearish. And as I'm making the video, Bitcoin is above the 112k level. We still have 6 hours left to go till the daily candle close. And here also I would not directly rush to conclusions as soon as we have a daily candle close above this, because from the past, you may remember that there have been times where we already got fooled. You can see this right here. For example, here we dipped below the 112k level, then we made a daily candle close above it, but actually we were then reverting back to the downside. Here also we tested it a couple of times, and yeah, so we have seen this several times that we are playing around with this level. Therefore, I would be cautious in case we are closing above the 112k level, and I would not directly say, okay, we are all good, the bullish case is back on. I would not do this. I would still be cautious, because what we want to see is that we can keep up and stay above the 112k level for a couple of days. In the best case, we are directly moving higher than this recent high right here, and also breaking the next resistance level. This confirmation would give us more certainty than if we are just hovering around here at the 112k level. So that is what we really want to see. Daily candle closes above the 112k level, and in the best case very soon that we are breaking the 115.8k level. That is very important, and that is where I'm keeping my eyes on. And if Bitcoin is doing this, so if Bitcoin is first of all staying above the 112k level, altcoins most likely have strengths, and altcoins most likely will be able to break resistance levels. And if we are taking a look into Bitcoin Cash right here, we have already touched the first one today. That is this one right here, basically the lower end of this consolidation stage right here. Then directly above this there is the bearish trend line, and then also in Bitcoin Cash it's pretty much the same as in Bitcoin. What we want to see is that we not only break these two resistance levels, but we want to have a little break of structure to get some more confirmation in. So that means we want to see that we are getting above this high right here that we had after the bounce from the drop right here. So that is what I really want to see in Bitcoin Cash, so that we have more certainty that we regain some strength in Bitcoin Cash. And before this, so before we don't have the daily candle close above this high right here, before this we have still a high likelihood that at some point we are reverting, doing another test, and then moving to the upside. And in general, it may be you have missed it, but I said after this drop, the highest likelihood is that we are seeing some sort of consolidation that is lasting at least a couple of weeks. It potentially can also last months, depending on the market situation, but that is the highest likelihood, and that is currently where we are in. And to really, so that we really can tell, okay, very likely the consolidation stage is over and we are ready to move higher. This is the first step, so that we are breaking above this high right here. But in case we are getting another rejection right here, and Bitcoin, for example, is closing back below the 112K level, is also getting rejected, then we could see another drop to the downside. Therefore, this is also speaking for that we are seeing a longer consolidation stage in the market. So you see, even if we have some nice bounces to the upside and some nice bullish candles, it's not the time yet to flip back into the bullish state, and still being cautious, because this can end very dangerous and we don't want to run into a falling knife. And that is why I have showed you the levels that I'm currently watching, because these are the levels where I can say, okay, if we are getting back above this, if we have some more confirmation, then we can also be more sure that this trend right here is continuing. So currently I'm still being cautious, even if this is a very nice candle. As I said, we still have about 6 hours left to go till the daily candle close, and in this 6 hours, of course, a lot can happen. But you know, at any time, if there is an update, I will upload a new video, so make sure to subscribe to this channel so you won't miss this. And also feel free to let me know your opinion about Bitcoin Cash, about the current trend, about the general market. Feel free to post it down in the comments. That's it for this video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.